We are less than 2 hours away from a big Cedar Point announcement. It's one they say could forever change the landscape of the park. And Christy Gimbel joins us live with this developing story. Christy.
Well, Tina, this announcement will be coming at 2 o'clock at the park. I'll be heading there to find out the news just as it's released. They'll be making the announcement today to thousands of roller coaster enthusiasts at the Coaster Mania event. Now, the Sandusky Register reported back in May that the tourist attraction will be getting a new coaster. Reporters got a hold of that information through a memo sent to the board of directors. There were also reports of 2 current rides coming down to make space for the new coaster. No word on just how much of the future plans will be announced today, but we will be out there at 2 p.m. for that announcement, and we'll bring you the updates on the web and Facebook and Twitter as soon as we get them. For now, reporting live, I'm Christy Gimbel.
I'm about to take off on disaster transport, but soon this indoor coaster will be taking off for good. All right, I'm ready to go.
Disaster Transport first joined the Cedar Point family back in the 1980s. It was originally called Avalanche Run, and in the 1990s, it was remodeled into an indoor coaster. And as you can see from this YouTube video, it's pitch black inside.
I share a lot of memories with this. I work with my parents a lot, and now working here for the last year, it's really special to me. So it's incredible.
The last ride will be on July 29th, and anyone who wants to be on that last ride can attend a raffle at the park that day.
And as a little surprise, we'll probably turn the lights on for that last lap.
The Space Spiral is an iconic part of the Cedar Point skyline. It was built in the early 1960s and provides views of the park and beyond.
I love the Space Spiral. I mean, the view whenever it just goes up so nice and slow and it spins around so you can get the whole view of the park, the parking lot, you can see off the water.
The Space Spiral will come down in September. Cedar Point officials say they're coming down to open views of Lake Erie.
There comes time, the rides end their useful life. We have to move forward, move on in our thinking.
Plus, to make room for a certain something. Hildebrand says it'll all become clear in about a month.
But how do you think people are going to react to that news when they hear it?
I think they're going to love it. I think they'll be very, very, very excited.
Cedar Point patrons say their fingers are crossed for another coaster.
It'd be nice to have another coaster go in its place to go out into the lake.
Today is the 23rd annual Coaster Mania out here at Cedar Point. Now, coaster enthusiasts from around the area, country, and even world came out today. They came out for extra ride times. Now, the park opened at 6 a.m. for them, and it'll stay open late for them as well. About 1,000 people came out for Coaster Mania. Some of them tell me they've been on these rides thousands, yes, thousands of times. Cedar Point officials say it's important to cater to their biggest fans and biggest critics as well.
The reason we do Coaster Mania is because they're our biggest fans. You know, they love riding roller coasters. They love that thrill, that adrenaline that you can only get from a roller coaster. And again, here at Cedar Point, we've got the biggest and the best. So we love putting on special events like this for them. Again, it's kind of our way of saying thanks for being big supporters of Cedar Point.
Now, the folks at Coaster Mania were the first to hear about a big announcement for Cedar Point. We'll tell you what that announcement is coming up at 6. In Cedar Point, I'm Christy Gimbel.